My father resigned as well. It was a pretty hard phase for our family as well. To buy a bat also, it was pretty tough. My father used to cry, my mom used to cry because of some things happening around us, and they actually tried to hide it from me, but I got to know that I directly went to the nets and faced 145, 150 deliveries by side armor. I actually got hit on my thigh, shoulder, my helmet as well.
What was the message that Hardik sent you?
The intent and the energy you're giving in the field is so good. Keep respecting the game, and we'll see you soon, and we'll have a talk. Virat Bhai is my inspiration at that time.
Have you had a chance to come close to him, have a conversation with him?
I just want to meet him and shake his hand.
Nitish, thanks so much for joining us here. It's been quite the year for you.
Yeah.
But for someone, of course, in a sense, you've been setting yourself up for it. Because you've been around for a while as far as age group cricket is concerned, and you've been moving up the ladder. And that helps in a sense where you know, in India, where you have that perfect setup for a kid to climb.
Exactly.
And then, of course, grow for the big stage. If I take you back to those early years, and it's been well documented what your father did once that job came for Rajasthan. What was that time like? What was that conversation like in your household?
It's like at the time I didn't remember quite, but I still remember that my father heard this news of this transfer to this thing. They did some dharnas and all, but it didn't work in our way. So we have to move, otherwise he's not going to be a government employee. So
And a government job is a big job here.
Back at that days, you will be knowing that, I guess it's already 10-15 years, I guess, at that time.
Yeah.
Back at 10-15 years back. So the government job is like...
My father's from the government, so I know.
No one used to get that easily.
Yeah.
Government job. If they get, they will be like celebrating, like it's
Yeah,
a
I know.
permanent job, right? So back at days, everyone is like trying for the government job. At that time, my father left the government job for me.
Huh.
So it's a big statement for me as well. Like,
How old were you at this time?
at that time, I guess approximately 11 or 12, I guess.
So were you able to sort of understand what was going on? Because
No,
just purely because of your age?
I was not able to understand that. Back at that time, I don't really know Hindi as well. So I went to tuitions.
In Rajasthan?
No, not in Rajasthan.
At home?
If we are going to Rajasthan,
Yeah.
so I have to get that
Oh,
Hindi.
you took
right?
Hindi tuition then?
I took Hindi tuitions, but after that, my father resigned as well. But it was a pretty hard phase for our family as well. So he went into some couple of businesses and all, like investing money. But own friends got cheated on him. So it was a bit tough for us for the financial these things and all. There was a stage that even for us, even for my father to take a cricket kit as like a bat, to buy a bat also, it was pretty tough. Thankfully, my mama gifted me a bat, first bat of SS. That was pretty good bat.
Okay.
I scored almost all my runs with that bat only. So I really like that bat. I still have that bat with me. Yeah, that's my special bat.
How many tapes on it now?
A lot. If you see it, you won't recognize that. Is it a bat? You'll ask me, is it a bat? Is it a bat?
How were you then motivating yourself? Because I'm sure you knew something was happening. How were you getting motivated enough to go and spend time on the field? Or was that an escape for you? In a sense, from what was happening at home?
So at a time, there was like my own family, my own, like, not my cousins and all. Sorry. So there are my family and my relatives as well. So they humiliated my father as well, because at the time I was nothing. So they don't know how I'm going to make it out and all. So they didn't trusted me. So I would say my father trusted me first, that I'm going to make something big.
But when you talk about humiliation, it is more like what are you wasting your time for? What have you left your job for?
To my father. They are saying it for my father, like, see now how you are, before how you used to be, and you chose the wrong thing to do. It was a wrong call. You made a mistake and blah blah blah. Before they used to respect him when he had that government job, and when he left this government job, things slowly started changing.
Yeah, it's a big,
so
big
you can
decision.
notice that at that time, like I noticed it, like people started like ignoring him or talking to him, like kind of stuff, and I was like, I got it at that time. And my father used to cry, my mom used to cry because of some things happening around us, and they actually tried to hide it from me, but I got to know that कितना दिन रुकेगा मतलब.
हाँ सही बात.
I got to know that, but at the time I took the game serious, that they did a lot of sacrifice for me, and I don't know, but the impact is on them. They are suffering a lot. So if I make a better cricketer, a good cricketer, what my father did, this all sacrifice and all, that will be a game changer like that.
So you use that as the motivator.
Yeah, that's my biggest motivation. The relatives and all, the kind of words they used on my father, so that always boosts me. Like, no one has to humiliate my father again, like saying against me or like talking against him.
You know, like I can.
If I have to say, now they are like the way I wanted him to respect it. It's like getting now. Like, even though he's not having a job right now, they are getting respect because of the way I played and the way I played in IPL.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy. Like, what would a child expect? Like, a son expects more than this. Like,
since we're talking IPL, 2 seasons now, 23, 24. How different were the 2 seasons from an individual point of view? Not from a, I made these many runs, 300 plus in 24, but in terms of how you were feeling, in terms of how settled you were feeling at that stage.
So I have to say about 2023 season. So I didn't got chance to bat in IPL.
Yes.
And I got selected in under 23 Indian team. And I played 3 matches. I didn't got chance bat as well. Like, top 4 batsmen used to finish the game. After that, I felt like those are live matches which are coming in Star Sports. So I want people to notice me, like, Arey yaar, I can bat. I'm not only bowler. Like, people only know that I can bowl. Arey no, I can bat as well. So I want to show that thing, but I didn't got chance to show that in under 23 India and IPL as well. So I got bit down by myself. But when I went back to home, I thought like I have to prepare for 145 plus deliveries, like KMPH deliveries. So I practiced a lot. Like, if you won't believe me, like I directly went to the nets and faced 145, 150 deliveries by sidearmers. I actually got hit on my thigh, shoulder, everywhere, like in my helmet as well.
Took time to adjust to that speed?
Obviously, for a man, if you have to, because I played 125, 130, 135 pace bowlers, suddenly going to 145, it's a lot of difference. Like, you have to adjust to the timing. So after later on, I said you have to, like, the ball has to hit you, the pain has to come out, and that's where, like, after 1 month, when I started recognizing that I'm like timing the ball well, I started hitting the ball 145 over the bowler. So I realized that we have to do it consistently. When you have done that, then only the result will be coming. And I have this shadow practice routine. I used to do nets, and back home there is a gym. I used to do a lot of shadow practice in front of mirror, so that really helped me a lot. And 2024, you can see how my game changed. So that really helped me actually.
24, 300 odd runs, you had those innings versus Chennai and so on. Were you used to suddenly all the off-field attention that came your way? Did it take a while to get used to it with all that off-field attention? And now, of course, it continues. Everyone wants to talk to you.
Yeah. It was the first time, obviously, like, so many calls were coming to me. I don't know the names as well. So they're calling me and they're like, we both did this practice. Do you remember I coached you this thing and all. This whole things comes, and lot of people tries to make friends with you. Like, they want to get close to you. You can't ignore.
Are you good at reading people now? Because so many people are trying to talk to you now.
So obviously we have to experience those things, then only we will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I can read those people who are was trying to get close to me. Now it was like, okay. Back at that time, obviously I got 300 odd runs. I won't say that's the bad season. It's a good season.
Good season,
but to be honest, I felt somewhere like lacking. Last 3 games, if I would play at least 1 or 2 good games, I would have taken my team in a good way, good note. But I'm so happy that I got good start. But I want to show that it ends in a this thing. But it didn't end in my way. I'll make sure I noticed some points that had difference in the last 3 games. So I'll be making sure that next season I'll be.
That's part of the journey, right? It's part of the journey. You made your Ranji debut at the age of 16.
Exactly.
Could you tell us about that time? Because playing top level cricket at the age of 20 is a lot different from playing.
So
highest-
you said right, you're like a lot more experience,
Yeah.
like talking. You're just 21. So when I played that under 16, Ranji Trophy in 16,
Yeah.
16 years old. So I would say I got like flops and all when my debut season,
Okay.
debut matches and all. I didn't got success straight away. It took a lot of time for me to perform well in Ranji Trophy. Even last year I performed well. Last before year also I got struggled to bat, like to get those big runs. But it's, if you ask me for age, comparing to age groups and Ranji Trophy, it's a lot of differences there. It's good that I experienced it in under 16, like at my age of 16. So when I came to 18 and 19, I really got that experience. So I would say that it's a good opportunity for me to play in under like when I was under 16. So back when I came to under 19 playing Ranji Trophy, it's like easy for me that
Yeah,
I already
yeah,
experienced
yeah.
the situations,
True.
these things, like.
But at that time, on a lighter note, क्योंकि बच्चा है dressing room में 16 साल का, but was everyone else treating you like a kid, or were they saying ये teammate है? Were they looking after you in a sense, because that brotherly sort of.
Because they also came from that age group, right? So they really understand me as well. But back at that time, I don't really know how to maintain my body or do things and everything. But there is this Vihari Anna. So
Yeah.
you must have known him.
You
So
saw his tweet?
he supported me. Yeah,
You saw his tweet?
I saw his tweet.
Invest in this kid. After your
Recently?
innings, yeah, after
No,
your innings for
recently I didn't
Sunrisers.
saw. What he did?
After one of your innings for Sunrisers,
Okay.
he sent
Yeah,
out
I
a
saw
tweet
that thing,
saying,
yeah.
invest in this kid.
Yeah, I saw.
It's a long way to go.
Before also he actually tweeted
Huh.
that this kid is the next thing. You have to look at him and all.
Yeah, you have a close relationship with?
Yeah, actually, the guy who bring me into the Ranji Trophy at that time was like, I had a good season in under 16, and I came to the Ranji Trophy as like just part, not team, but to watch. They wanted to watch me, so I came there, and Vihari watched me, and he was like, it's too early for him to knock the Ranji Trophy. He'll be in a depressed, these things and all. Let's get him as understudy, so I can study the cricket as well. So I'll be part of team, but I won't be playing. So that year it helped me like that, and next year he got me into the team. He's not there with me, but he got me into the team, and I experienced a lot of things. And he was like, it's just a start. You have to adapt to this situation. It's not like an age groups and all. This thing is a lot more difficult, way beyond your things. But I'm sure that in coming years you will be adapting to it. But you just don't you just don't focus on your performance. Make sure you're into this. Pressure situations and all, understand the game as well.
How was the auction day? 20 lakh you were bought by Hyderabad.
It was good. Like I was waiting for the auction.
Did you know कहीं ना कहीं कि हो जाएगा, I'll get picked?
At that season, I got to know that I'll be picking, but I was not expecting Sunrisers, but some X team I was expecting, because I gave the trials and they were really like what they say.
Happy with the trials?
Yeah, they were really happy with my trials, and they told me actually that we are looking forward and all. So I was expecting from that team, but I didn't felt like Sunrise will be taking. But it's an honor for me that playing for home team.
Yeah, and generally, what was the conversation at home? Keeping money aside, I mean, money was a byproduct of what you do, but as you've been picked up at the highest, the best franchise league in the world, and you're going to be playing for Team Hyderabad.
Yes.
What was that? Can you recall the conversation with your father, who's been so close to you and so?
Straight away called to my father, and he was literally crying. He was congratulating me, and my mother is also crying. They were like happy tears. That means a lot for me. Like the way I worked hard on my body, my fitness, my everything to change my gameplay. That all are coming in, like they are actually proud of me. So that's what really matters for me. End of the day, it's about your parents. You're making this hard work for your parents. So that's what really matters. And even when I got selected in India, of course I'm injured. I missed out. But when I got selected in India, I called straight away to my father, and he was like so proud of me. Like he wanted me to see in Indian colors, and that's really going to happen. But it didn't happen. But I was so close. I'm so happy that I made my father so proud, and I want to make my India proud as well. Like,
what was the message that Hardik sent you after the selection?
He sent me the intent and the energy you're giving in the field is so good. Keep respecting the game, and we'll see you soon, and we'll have a talk.
Message,
So
audio
that was a
note
message.
or
No,
video
that's-
note?
That was a message.
Message. Huh?
First, my notification was like Hardik Pandya. I thought some random normal things.
Hardik
It
Pandya,
was-
1, 2,
they
3, 4,
won't be,
5.
Yeah, they won't be ticks and all, right?
Yeah.
So when I really opened my Instagram and when I swiped it, there I saw a blue tick. It's called Hardik Pandya. Oh my god, what happened?
Yeah.
I opened because it's not in middle of the IPL season or in end of the IPL season. It's like after IPL, after 2 weeks, I got that message, and I was like
So that
shocked.
means he is busy World Cup duty.
Yeah, in his World Cup. When he is in World Cup, he sent me that message. Like I was a bit shocked. Like if it comes in between season and all, I could have understand.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
after 2 weeks, I didn't got it. But anyways, I got a message from Hardik Pandya, who I almost looked into an all-rounder, like to become like him. And obviously, Ben Stokes and Hardik Pandya are my inspiration for this all-rounder thing.
Did you reply to him?
Yeah. Why would I?
But did you have to like think quite a bit before replying? क्यों होता क्या है when you're replying to someone who you're so
I
in
was
awe
like,
of? लिखूं? नहीं.
I was like, what should I type? Like, thank you भैया और नहीं और नहीं thank you so much भैया ऐसा कुछ कर रहा था मतलब to give it in a good reply.
Yeah. Any
I
idols?
did, thank you Hardik bhai, it means a lot. Love symbol.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Any idols growing up? Players you used to really look up to?
Yeah.
I know you've spoken about Ben Stokes right now, but growing up as a 16-year-old,
Growing up as a
15-year-old.
16-year-old, I was like batsman, totally into batting thing. And at that time, I really used to like Virat Bhai and AB de Villiers. So they used to play for RCB as well. I would say that 10 years, I'm a huge fan of RCB team.
Yeah.
Back at when I don't used to play for Sunrisers.
Okay.
So Virat Bhai is my inspiration at that time.
Have you had a chance to come close to him, have a conversation with him?
Yeah, I had a chance, like, you know,
He's a very
2023
accommodating guy, I've noticed.
Yeah, he is. In 2023, I had this chance, and I don't really have that much things to ask him. I just want to meet him and shake his hand.
Yeah.
He's like, I did the shake hand and everything. I did the autograph and everything. And next year, 2024, when I was really expecting to give a good knock against RCB, but at that match, I guess we scored 270 or something.
Only 270.
Yeah, I didn't got chance to bat. Yeah, I didn't got chance to bat. I was like, "Arey yaar, I should play well
Play in front of
against
him, huh?
RCB so that Virat Bhai watches my game in on field and he acknowledged me." So it was like kid who dreams about these things, right? It was like that for me, and I didn't got chance, and I was like, it's okay. We scored 270 everything, but back in my mind, I didn't got chance to bat in front of Virat Bhai. So he was like, when we are doing the shake hand, right? So when I'm shaking his hand, he was like, "Oh, hi Nitish, how are you?"
Oh,
I
so he
was
knew
like,
your name, huh?
Oh my god, he
Oh.
knew like I guess he would have seen me playing
Yeah, I'm
before
sure.
games and all. I was like, oh my god, he remembered my name. That's what I want. I want him to do, and I was like so happy that he remembered my name.